Without a doubt, in light of weight of this coronavirus internment, your inspiration to exercise reception isn't specifically your inspiration to exercise within the rec center. The reception you get diverted, others get into you, a program on TV removes your thought. Moreover, there are varied uproars that disrupt everything. So what do I do? But would you keep one's eyes off from those interruptions? But may you rouse yourself to exercise routinely and accurately. The vital inquiry to cause to yourself is, but seriously, would you wish to accomplish your upbeat and well-being objective? Directions to propel yourself to exercise are basic. Answer that inquiry. Deem it with centered force. See the target that you, simply vertical bar that you simply ought to accomplish to you, and repeat your objective and, all the extra significantly, emphasize the motivation behind why you'd like better to accomplish that objective. What's the why you would like to be matched and sound? What would you wish to be matched and solid for? The why has all the pliability to pursue your objective until it's accomplished, notwithstanding whether or not you're figuring out from zero throughout this internment circumstance. The amount you'd like your objective decides the strength of your inspiration. It's that strength that may enduringly inspire and drive you to satisfy your objective freelance of any difficulties, mishaps, resistances, conflicts, interruptions, interferences, redirections, or notwithstanding else. Directions to stay persuaded won't be associate in nursing longer. I review a companion UN agency hints himself associate in the nursing objective that he had associate awfully invigorated outlook on. He talked for quite very while concerning that objective, but it affected him and in addition, the means that he very needed to accomplish it at intervals 0.5 years and no extra. Once several months, my companion Bill approached Pine State. I'll see he was feeling hopeless and gloomy. What goal? Was my legitimate response. I had unperceived it. It had been not what Bill needed to concentrate to. You know, my objective to urge a conditioned, designed match figure. Bill extraordinarily rang a bell in my memory, with a profound feeling of rout and disappointment resonant from his voice. Gracious that. I assumed you were humorous. We tend to as a full blotch you adjusted your perspective since we tend to do not see you visiting the exercise center to any extent any, I answered, maybe slightly wryly. Anyway, what occurred here? What ended up charging's drive? Where's his inspiration? Before all else, Bill was amped up for his new objective of getting a firm and conditioned match physique as he placed it. He was loaded inspirationally and assurance to accomplish that objective. I will catch on regardless, were his final words to Pine State. He reliably visited the rec center 4 to 5 days per week. He took his organic compound shakes, his enhancements, and consistently exposed fitness coach's inquiries concerning his preparation timetable and schedule. Likewise, he was happy along with his advancement. By the 3rd month, however, he began to travel the rec center double 7 days. And a district of the means that through the 3rd month it streamed to a minimum of 1 time per week. His plight as he was unable to know the reason why his inspiration to jolt the gum and exercise had dwindled to once per week partially through the 3rd month. Toward the beginning, I accustomed to be so loaded excitedly and inspiration. I failed to feel one thing could stop Pine State, he processed, feeling lost. So what clad badly? Where did his not possible and relentless inspiration go? Later cautious assessment, it became exposed that Bill had lost his eruption of inspiration since he wasn't very energetic concerning being conditioned. He very couldn't have cared less concerning having that match figure. Truth be told, he accustomed chuckle at the oceanside-bodied folks at notwithstanding purpose he detected one on vacation. Fascinating purpose, huh? See where this might be usually going? His objective was just a passing wish. As such, he would have rather not been conditioned severely enough. On the off chance that he did, assumptive he felt ardent, he would have proceeded along with his exercise schedule regardless of difficulties he confronted. Bill was conflicted between 2 problems. The previously same, no doubt, I'd have a conditioned match physique. But his incompatible hesitation contended, sure, but you may get on existing whereas not it. You giggle at those who have associate in nursing impeccably conditioned match figure. Presently you would like one? Please. In addition, UN Agency 1? His incompatible setup had the advantage. Bill would have loved the conditioned body, however, he didn't rework that like into a strong objective. The conditioned body thought stayed entirely that, an idea or I would love. Consequently, his once sturdy inspiration had debilitated until it had been there no loads of. Forward he had transformed it into associate in the nursing objective, a strong objective, he would have pursued it. He would have been spurred to hunt at that point objective freelance of but drained or active he was. All things thought about, it had been his objective. What are loads of objectives unit of measurement meant to be accomplished? Energy lights the drive from profound inside to remain up with the inspiration to hit an outsized vary of objectives. Enthusiasm provides the fuel to remain new in the associate in nursing exceptionally energetic perspective. After you discover what you are addicted to, once you discover the why you'd prefer to be solid and work, the thanks to inspiring yourself to exercise will end up to be an easy matter of kicking up and getting off regardless. Your inspiration to stay tenacious paying little or no mind to any mishaps and snags is relentlessly solid. Presently, throughout this imprisonment circumstance, we tend to live for the foremost half endeavor. I even have to correlate at a lower place 10 sturdy ways that during which you will be able to utilize to awaken yourself to exercise. On schedule, your inspiration will increment and result paying little or no heed to any interruptions or interferences. Inspiration fills you to make a mild day-by-day move to accomplish and talent your objective. The 10 sturdy ways during which on the best due to keeping aroused unit of measurement recorded at a lower place. You need to be just modification your technique. 1 aroused unit of measurement recorded at a lower place. You need to be just modification your technique. 1. Prepare your well-being and success objective by and by since you are in imprisonment mode. Primarily having an associate in nursing objective won't mean you will be able to accomplish it. Your brain is simply too targeted around this interference of you planning to the exercise center. By being baffled and constantly asking yourself, how might I keep propelled with this Brobdingnagian vary of interferences around me, whereas not being encircled by others administrative body unit of measurements additionally in operation out? And a spread of other comparable inquiries, you will unavoidably head towards a misguided course. As we tend to see with Bill, you really ought to possess an affordable and compact objective with no contentions. Essentially need to possess a particular type of body won't facilitate. Primarily need to shed pounds won't facilitate. Primarily need to run a long-distance race won't facilitate. Figuring out includes a heap of loads to do with a way of accomplishing total and each one's spherical successfulness. That's an implausible objective to want to stab at, primarily until further notice whereas you're understanding reception and not inside the exercise center. Thus, what exercise routine arrangement would you be able to follow at home? Bouncing jacks, planks, tricep dips utilizing a mild seat? Ponder it and concoct a meeting. It needn't be written in stone, modification it as time passes by until you ultimately suppose a meeting you'll be glad regarding. You would possibly confront at-home interruptions. Orchestrate with folks encompassing you a quantity of no interferences whereas you exercise. 2. In on the feeling of understanding, and not on understanding a robust methodology for remaining propelled to exercises by zeroing in on the feeling and satisfaction that understanding will bring. Bear the uneasiness of understanding reception by seeing the outcome, by recalling the why you are coming up for in any case. Moreover, a considerable load of the outstanding feeling promoters is to analyze the mirror later in the exercise. See and feel but impossible look. This is, often vertical bar this can be, often an implausible inspiration sponsor. 3. Reward yourself. After you are accustomed to exercising inside the rec center, did you recompense yourself for having such an implausible exercise? If not, you should have. Since you are understanding from home, it's significantly loading of crucial to compensate yourself later every single exercise. Think about an outline of remunerations. Spoil yourself. 4. Stay course that works for you as we have a tendency to document it in a just one, composing is important. Presently, adhering to the last arrangement is vital to your eudaimonia action. In the event that your inspiration to exercise has dwindled, and it every so often, this can be the place wherever discipline and your large why kick in. Permit discipline to steer yourself to exercise. Permit the large why to be your sturdy jabber on your shoulder, that urges you to stay galvanized. This babble on your shoulder guides you on the foremost skillful technique to stay propelled at some point of your exercise. Furthermore, at some point of the internment. 5. Quality over quantity. This is vital. Since your reception and not in an exceedingly rec center does not imply that the character of your exercise got to endure. Try to not turn over concerning accept less. Try to not be what you've got is of currently non-inheritable. Genuine you may get to modification your home exercise. Real the way to rouse yourself to exercise can be a difficulty, from the get-go. Real the character of your exercise would possibly take a small thump. Assuming that's on these lines, catch the way around that recapture the maximum amount of quality as attainable from each exercise meeting, and play out each meeting with all-out assurance and devotion. Everything revolves around quality and not quantity. 6. Set yourself exercise reception achievements. Piece your last objective into very few possible achievements. You may do that systematically, within the event that you just like. If, at the exercise center, your objective was to complete 100 push-ups and you're thinking that it's troublesome to try and do that reception out of the blue, lump that right down to possible achievements by enjoying out the ad. You'll be able to do reception and rescale to 100. Get going with little steps to ascertain what you or might not be able to and increment it step by step. This will sure keep you galvanized. 7. Get yourself an associate in nursing exercise mate. The most effective technique to stay spurred faithfully might in any case be a battle typically presumptuous that happens to your thinking that concerning trailing down associate in nursing exercise friend. Someone UN agency can compute with you, and one UN agency can assist you with maintaining together with your inspiration, and you'll be able to energize and persuade him, as well. What an impressive reciprocally advantageous trade. 8. Music makes a big difference for you. If observing an actual effort companion might be quite difficult for you, or that individual can't be there for you as normally as you like, even on FaceTime, enroll your diverse actual effort amigo, your music list. For some, being mindful of music will effectively urge them to the actual effort. Is it safe to say that you are one among them? If not, consider that method. You might be charmingly shocked anyway. Being mindful of your cherished music self-discipline you up, any place you might be driven and any place you'll keep reading to the actual effort. Furthermore, for a couple, they actually effort considerably longer and extra strongly as they're powerful by the noisy beats of melodies they love. 9. An astounding interruption you might savor, as we will more often than not wrap this up. Here's a particular interruption I feel you might like. Play out all or a piece of your actual effort though taking a gander at your cherished network show. This will be a great interruption that might take your brain off the disagreeableness of gathering and not inside the exercise room. It very well might be an incredible interruption if your cardio routine is an exhausting gathering. This interruption can abrogate that boredom, wouldn't you say? 10. Celebrate. Make it some degree to praise your prosperity. You might praise each actual effort fulfillment. You might praise arriving at every achievement. You might commend hedometally of committed arrangement. Commend that you essentially are in a real sense understanding gathering inside the first spot and didn't stop right now that the rec centers are being shut. Concoct a posting of undertaking reasons, and revel in every festival. There you have it. Those were 10 strong ways that to urge yourself to actual effort and the method for staying driven all through this detainment. Allow Maine to close down with a statement from Precision Ziegler. People regularly say that inspiration doesn't endure. Indeed, neither one of the wills washing. For that reason we will quite often recommend it every day.